Hey guys, welcome back. Now continuing in the learning journey of linear algebra for data science, this time we are going to learn about the concept of eigenvectors and eigenvalues. Now, given the importance of this concept, I'm going to split this concept into two videos. In the first part, we are going to understand the basics that are required to get the intuition behind eigenvectors and eigenvalues. And in the second video, that is in the part 2, we are going to see how we can find the eigenvalues and the eigenvectors for a given matrix. So, let's get the basics first. So, we know that from our high school, if I talk about a vector is something which has both magnitude and a direction. Now if I call this as a vector A, so this vector A has a direction, this is represented by an arrow key, and if I want to represent its coordinates, I can represent its coordinates in terms of the unit vectors. Now let's assume I have the unit vectors as I and j along x and y axis respectively. If I want to represent the coordinates of vector A, I can say this is 4, 2. So 4 parts along x axis and 2 parts along y axis, which means vector A is given by 4i plus 2j. So this is how I'll be representing my vector. Now from our high school, we know that a matrix is nothing but the collection of values which are arranged in the format of rows and columns. If I have a matrix A like this, and if I have the elements as 1, 2, 3 and 4, so these are the rows and these are the columns. Now in my scenario, even I'm talking about the shape of the matrix is given by number of rows by number of columns. Now in my scenario, it is 2 by 2. This is the shape of my matrix. Now this we know from our high school. And now what we are going to do is, I'm having my vector, I'm also having my matrix. I'm going to multiply my vector with a matrix and see what is the effect it has on my input vector. Now to understand this concept, let's say I'm going to choose a vector. So I'm going to choose a vector. So this vector is having the dimension or the coordinates of 2 cross 4. Let's assume this is the vector and it has the coordinates as 2 and 4. I'm calling this vector as vector A. Now this is my vector 2 and 4. Now let me take an example matrix. I'm going to take my example matrix. I'm going to call it as Y, and this Y has the values as 0, 2, 2 and 0. Okay, so for the easier understanding, I'm just going to manipulate the values, guys. I'll keep it 2, 0, 0, 2. Let's keep the matrix in this manner. Now let's multiply vector A with matrix Y. Now to do it, first we'll have to make sure that the operation is compatible. This is in the shape of currently 2 cross 1. So I'm going to reshape it to the shape of 1 cross 2. It will be looking like this, 2 and 4. And I'm going to multiply it with my matrix 2, 0, 0, 2. So 2, 1 cross 2, 2 cross 2. The resulting vector will be of the shape 1 cross 2. Alright, now let's do the multiplication. So if I do the multiplication, this will be 2 into 2 plus 4 into 0. This is followed by 2 into 0 plus 4 into 2. Now as a result of this multiplication, the resulting vector is 4 and 8. Now if I represent this resulting vector on a same graph, so 4 is somewhere here, and if I say 8, it would be somewhere over here. So I could say that this is what my vector A dash would look like. My A dash is a resulting vector as a result of applying my matrix, that is multiplying my matrix, which has the values as 2, 0 and 0, 2. Now we could clearly see that as a result of multiplying my vector A with this matrix Y, I have scaled this particular vector A by 2 times. Okay, so let's keep this analysis aside, but let's not forget it. Let's keep it assigned in our head. So when I have multiplied my matrix Y with my vector A, it has actually scaled it. Next, let's do one more thing. Let's use the same vector. Okay, I'll use the same vector. The vector A is the same. So the vector A is given by 2 and 4. Okay, now this time I'm going to choose a different matrix. The matrix that I'm going to choose is, it has the coordinates y is equal to, okay, so 0, minus 1, 1 and 0. So this is what my y matrix would look like. So if I want to multiply it, first I'll have to make sure that the shapes are compatible. So this is how I'll be arranging. Now as a result of performing this matrix multiplication, this would result in 2 into 0 plus 4 into 1, 2 into minus 1 plus 4 into 0. So if we find the output, this will be 4 and minus 2. Now let's do one thing. Let's create the plot. My original vector was 2, 4. Let's assume this is where my 2, 4 is present. So I'll say vector A, 2, 4. And here it says 4, minus 2. So 4, it will be somewhere over here. Okay. And then minus 2 will be somewhere over here. It would be of the shape something like this. So this is where my 4, minus 2 is present. Now we can clearly see that as a result of applying this matrix is having the values as 0, minus 1, 1 and 0. As a result of applying this matrix, it has actually rotated by vector by 90 degrees in a clockwise direction. Previously, it has actually scaled it. So if we zoom out and see above, so we have done the scaling over here. See, this is my scaling, and here I'm actually doing the rotation. So in general, I can say that if I have a vector A and multiplied with a matrix Y, then I can do two things. One is a rotation and the another one is the scaling. So in general, if I multiply my vector A with my matrix X, I'm going to perform two things. One is rotation and the another one is scaling. So this is the important thing that I want you to remember before you start learning about eigenvectors and eigenvalues, guys. So when I multiply my matrix with a vector, I'll just do only two things: rotation and scaling, rotation and scaling. That's it, guys. Now why this is important? Just imagine this, guys. Okay. So now let's say you have an input which you're sending to a deep learning model, which is in terms of vector. Now what you'll do, you'll be sending this inputs to a neural network which has a series of neurons which are connected together. Obviously, if you want to represent everything, that is every vector that is being connected where the connection is present, you'll be using the matrix notation, which means that you're going to multiply your input with this matrix. So what will happen when you multiply your input with the matrix, input which is a vector, when you multiply it with a matrix, mathematically you'll be performing rotation and scaling. So what you'll get the output. So the expectation is, okay, so your output should be matching my y, that is y hat should be equal to my y, which means that the task will be is finding this matrix such that when you input this vector, you'll be getting your output vector in the required format. Now how do you get your output vector? You'll be getting your output vector as a result of rotation and scaling. So how can you perform the right rotation and right scaling? By adding the correct values over here in my matrix, that is weight matrix. Now that is what is going to happen during the training of deep learning neural network. Okay, you'll have your input vector. Obviously, you'll be multiplying with your weight matrix to get the required output. Now, how does the output will be getting? So output will be getting as a result of performing scaling and the rotation on your input vector. And on top of it, obviously, you'll apply the activation function and then you'll be getting the output. But theoretically speaking, I'm applying my matrix. So this is resulting in the some kind of a transformation, which is in terms of rotation and scaling. And as a result of it, I'm getting the output. Hence, this basic concept which we have just discussed, it's very important for you to just keep it in your mind when we talk about eigenvectors and eigenvalues. It performs two things: scaling and rotation. Okay, so with this basic understanding, you are now ready to continue your learning journey in part 2. So I'll see you in the next video where we learn in depth about what is eigenvectors and what is eigenvalue and how can I find a eigenvector and an eigenvalue for a given input data. So I'll see you in the next video, guys.